Ich hab Geburtstag.
Happy Birthday to you. Marmelade im Schuh.
Aprikose in der Hose.
Happy Birthday to you.
Jedenfalls wünsche ich dir einen schönen Tag heute.
Danke.
Liebe Grüße an alle, die
Ja,
mich kennen.
richtig aus, ja.
Tick-tock, you're on the clock, give it all you got. Tick-tock, before it's gone for good. Tick-tock, this time around, don't lose your sound. Knock, knock, lost patience at your door. 'Cause you've been taking every piece of me for granted, and I'm tired of the way you're wired. You make solutions of illusions, and I try to break up with your delusions. Watch me fly, fly, fly.
Happy Birthday to you.
Hoch soll sie leben, hoch soll sie leben, dreimal hoch. Sie lebe,
Hoch, 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 sie.
sie lebe, dreimal hoch, hoch, hoch. Sie lebe, dreimal hoch. Hey, auf dich.
Dankeschön. Du alte Sau.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Read for you by Stephen Fry.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams is a science fiction comedy classic about the end of the world and Arthur Dent. However, Arthur only survived because his year-long friend Ford Prefect plucked him from the planet. Turns out, Ford wasn't who he was posing for, and Arthur has to learn that there's a galaxy full of strange adventures. Okay, I hope this short summary will do, because holy shit, this book is a ride. People love it, it is unusual, funny, very British, and not for me. Sorry, but I'm not really into space stuff, and the humor was a bit too slapsticky for my taste. As for the genre, I'm not giving up on sci-fi after only one book though. I just need to find my niche within it, I guess. The paint is just so thick, so I'm going to mix it with a bit of water. After crashing their spacecraft in the middle of nowhere, a shape-shifting alien find themselves stranded on an unfamiliar planet and disabled by Earth's gravity. To survive, they will need to practice walking. And what better way than to hunt for food, as they discover humans are delicious. Walking Practice by Dolki is a psychological thriller translated from Korean and one of the weirdest books I've read in a long time. It is, as the blurb says, about an alien stranded on Earth that hunts for humans. Namely by dating, hooking up, and biting their head off after climax. Yeah, I reacted the same way when I heard the premise. Do what you want with that, but I was intrigued and did not get disappointed. However, what might seem like a silly and a bit gory plot turns out to be a rather critical piece of literature, pointing out gender issues and especially the marginalization of those who are different, the disabled, queer, and non-conformist. I listened to the audiobook and the narrator did a fantastic job of changing their voice according to what kind of person the alien posed as well as talked really, like alien when the actual alien wasn't among humans. It is written very graphically, really disgusting at points, and sure not a book you should pick up for the smut. But it's a quick read and I'd recommend it if you're on the hunt for something that's just weird. So, the dog. I got me some glittery flowy pants, but they are way too big. And now I'm going to just tighten the elastic a tad bit. I think it has to be tightened like at least 3 or 5 centimeters. Yeah.
Sent you my list of manifestations.
Oh wow.
So I was like, that's one of my big highlights of the whole thing.
Damn it. The elastic is actually like sewn in around the whole thing. What do I do now?
I love people find out.
Why would you
Since the elastic is all the way sewn in, I opt out and went with the easy way and just put some safety pins in. And now it fits, and maybe someday in the future I will tighten this properly, but for now I guess that this will do. And it doesn't look so obvious. In my booktube bubble, everyone and their mom read The Mothkeeper by Kay O'Neill and hyped it to the heavens, so I gave into my FOMO and ordered a copy. You have to know that I very rarely buy physical books. Actually, I exclusively buy art books, graphic novels and manga for the sake of the art and because I don't have the space for text-only books, nor am I a big rereader. Anyways, Anya is finally a mothkeeper, the protector of the lunar moths that allow the night lily flower to bloom once a year. Her village needs the flower to continue thriving, and Anya is excited to prove her worth and show her thanks to her friends with her actions. But what happens when being a mothkeeper isn't exactly what Anya thought it would be? This story is a middle-grade fantasy graphic novel about passion, duty, and found family. I liked it. The art style is beautiful, the characters are very gentle, and there are a few heart-wrenching scenes that really got me. However, there's something that I don't understand. Big part of the story is that Anya has to deal with loneliness due to being the mothkeeper. I know that this is the big conflict, but why aren't there more than one mothkeepers then? Why don't they do shifts? Why does Anya have to be the only one and be lonely and miss all the village life? Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking too rationally, or I'm just unromantic, or just don't get it. But I can't dive in really deep and feel all the feelings when there's a clear and easy solution to the problem. Anyways, it's cozy, it's beautiful, I'd recommend it for a chill Sunday afternoon on the balcony. That's all. I didn't draw a lot in June, by which I mean I didn't draw many pieces, but I completed a very big personal project. I designed a book cover. From scratch, actually. I made a template, I made the sketch, I sketched digitally for the very first time, successfully. And I also painted with watercolors again after not touching them for 7 months.
That became a nightmare. I've said it doesn't matter now, but it defeats me. Shackles around one's feet is not so neat. Oh, hurry with the kisses, your lips and the balm. Every number counts, love tokens.
It's a book cover for a Trigun fanfiction, so it's a more or less just for fun project. However, I'm going to use this book cover design for my portfolio that I want to send out to potential clients, publishers, bookmaking people.
Oh, it must have been the first time that evil kissed my face. But oh, little did I know.
I started this project in May and I started painting at the beginning of June, I guess. I don't even know. What I know is that it took forever. I'm a very slow painter and I noticed that my attention span for painting with watercolors is basically non-existent anymore. I only can like paint for 2 hours and then I have to rest or do something else because I get cross-eyed. I don't know what it is, but I really have to step up my game with watercolors because it's just not sustainable for me taking weeks to paint one piece.
Oh, it's deep, so deep. Oh, where did all the swallows fly when I was only 17? Caught up in a dream that became a nightmare. It must have been the
I also made some mock-up designs as if this would be printed physically, and the author of the fanfiction saw it and really liked it, which made me so happy.
Where did all the swallows fly when I was 17? Caught up in a dream that became a nightmare.
Lottie recommended If We Were Villians to me. I heard about it. It's my first dark academia read. If she wouldn't have had lent me her physical copy, I would have never picked this up, I guess. But yeah, let's see what this hype is all about, shall we?
I'm not into dark academia. Despite having a bachelor's degree in English, I don't care about Shakespeare. I saw that book all over BookTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, And without even knowing what it is about, I decided that it was not for me. Oh boy, was I wrong. Let me read the Storygraph summary to you, because this shit just gave me goosebumps for real. On the day Oliver Marks is released from jail, the man who put him there is waiting at the door. Detective Colborne wants to know the truth, and after 10 years, Oliver is finally ready to tell it. A decade ago, Oliver is one of 7 young Shakespearean actors at Dolki Classical Conservatory, a place of keen ambition and fierce competition. In this scheduled world of firelight and leather-bound books, Oliver and his friends play the same roles on stage and off: hero, villain, tyrant, temptress, ingenuine, extras. But in their 4th and final year, good-natured rivalries turn ugly, and on opening night, real violence invades the students' world of make-believe. In the morning, the 4th years find themselves facing their very own tragedy and their greatest acting challenge yet: convincing the police, each other, and themselves that they are innocent. My sister Charlotte basically bullied me into reading this. She owns an English copy and lent it to me, demanding to give it a chance. I did, and I have no regrets. Rather an apology, because this was so good! I love books that are unpredictable. I had a few predictions and assumptions here and there, which got confirmed in the end, but I was never certain. Everything else could have happened as well, and it would have been fantastic either way. It is dark and mysterious and captivating. The characters are very well written, pretentious as fuck and spoiled, but well written, and this book just made me feel things. Very unpleasant feelings, but I love it when stories do that. I was in there and I wanted to get out, but I also didn't, if that makes sense. So yeah, in conclusion, read this. It's a wreck, through and through.
Nana Mütze oder was?
Nana Mütze, Nana Beutel, Nana T-Shirt.
Hallo.
Nice.
Hello,
Cheap, ja. Ich schick's ja öfter mal, ne? So ein Cheap.
is every ocean.
Wie viele fehlen noch?
Ein drüber, also 4 Stück.
I know my circles.
Spannend, ne?
I know my name. Another sequel is on the way. Oh, my love, reform and rise to be so free. In time we seize infinity. Growing love. Hello, my borders. Hello again. You're out of order. I'm out of pain. We're closing circles. We got no end. Another sequel about to land.
Oma ist so klein!
My love, reform and rise to be
Ja.
so free.
Bist du Nana-Fan oder?
In time we seize infinity. Growing love. Hello, my heart beats. Hello again. Between the worries, we head for land. I will be fighting to hold the line. We're never hiding, we never lie.
Karte gekauft, wo die Treppe von unten fotografiert war.
And you'll be going strong. And I know there is a
Fehlt bessere Netze?
reason. Now we're ready to be whole. Yeah, ready to be whole.
Hattest du einen schönen Geburtstag?
Ja, nur dass es geregnet hat. Tschüssi.
Bis denn, tschüss.
In die Rolle noch mit raus. Bye, bye.
Bye.
And I'll be coming home. And you'll be going strong. My love, infinity.